Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up Sonoran CAD on our server. Server A is required for Sonoran CAD, you gotta have VC2. Server B is no VC and no CAD. So let me show you how to do that. First, head on over to sonorancad.com/login. This will be in the description. You can log in with anything you want here. I recommend Discord. And once you're logged in with Discord, you just gotta go to join community and enter this community ID right here, NYSRP PLC, and this will be in the description, along with if you head on over to our Discord, go to the community aided dispatch channel, you can see here everything you need on the CAD. But this is a video tutorial just so you can watch and it's a lot easier. So once I hit enter there, you see New York State roleplay. I just go and hit enter again, and oh sorry, no, you click on the icon, blah. And then here it is, so permission key, you need a permission key. If you head on over to the channel, this would be in the description too. You just gotta do the community member permission key. This would basically give you basic permission so you can make a civilian character and whatnot. And let me just enter that there, and boom. One thing that is required though is you gotta go to your settings on the CAD, and you can see how there's an API ID. We're going to click new and we're going to just head on over to Roblox. In chat, while you're in the server code is SEA. If you /API ID, it comes up with this API ID right here. So you just kind of copy this guy and you head on over to the CAD and paste that into the API ID box. So now you can see how the API ID, this connects the Roblox account to the CAD. So when you're on police, you show up on like the map inside the CAD. Actually knows where you are, and so now you can see I have civilian, police, fire, EMS. So if I want to be a police officer and all that, you know, you can do all that stuff. So let me show you how to make a civilian character now, because if you want to play on a server, you gotta have a civilian character. So I'm just gonna go on over to civilian and create a new character. So here's all your information on a character. You can put in a first name, last name. I'm gonna go and fill out this info. Only the stuff in now. But if you want to, you can if you want. It doesn't really matter. For a civilian photo, it doesn't matter either, but you can put one if you want to. Alrighty, so I filled out this information for my character here. You can see I added a photo, which you really don't need to, but fill out all this info here that was required. Your Roblox username is obviously just your Roblox username. Your Discord there, so we kind of just know who is what character. So after you fill out all the required info, you can just hit add character. And then, boom, you have a civilian character now, so you can actually play on the server. But if you want to drive around, you gotta get some licenses, right? So if you head on over to DMV, and let's just register a vehicle. So we're gonna just say this is approved, status is, you know, valid, expiration, we can do like a few years from now. And all of our info is automatically filled out here, so we just gotta go down to vehicle, and just gotta put it in here. So if I wanna have, you know, register my truck with the license plate, you know, -45, and you just kind of fill out all this info here, and then once you apply, then you will have a registered vehicle. So if you get pulled over by the police, they can search up the license plate and be like, oh yeah, this car is owned to this one, or this person, you know, whatever. Alright, so as you can see here, I have it as approved, valid when it expires, and all the vehicle info I filled out. You know, it's a truck, license plate, put all this info down. Ownership, it's just going to be owned. If you know, you can, if it's a business, and you put down business, but I'm just going to apply, and then boom. Alright, so now obviously I have a vehicle registered. Now I gotta actually get a driver's license so I can drive the vehicle. I go over to license again, I'm gonna hit drivers, expiration, make it for whenever. If you want to roleplay as it's expired, then you can, you know, make it rejected or expire it, and then boom, that's it. So now what if I want to own a gun, right? So I'm just going to go to firearm registration. I'm going to register a gun. It's going to just say a handgun. Date of register is going to be today, which is the 14th. And then the model, let's just say Lima revolver. Caliber is whatever it says in game. I don't know what caliber it is, so I'll just put down a number. And we'll just call this black. So the info is filled out. Boom. Perfect. Now I needed a license for that gun, because I have it registered. So I go to licenses again. I'll make this approved, weapon, expires in a few years, and then boom, So now I have a driver's weapons license, I have a registered weapon, and a registered vehicle. If you want to see what you have, you just gotta go to records and hit refresh. You can see under records, it'll pop up. I have a firearm registration right here. I have licenses for, my gun and so yeah, this is the weapons. If I go down, this is the driver. And if I go to vehicles, I can see what vehicles I have registered with the plates. So if I click on this one, I can see all the info about it, what my plate is and whatnot. So you know what you have registered. Under reports, this would be if you get like a ticket, it'll show me the ticket here. So now let's get into really quick just what about making 911 calls. So make sure you are on whatever server you're playing on. So B is CAD is not required, but A is definitely is. So say if I go to server A and I want to make a 911 call, right? I could call in-game if I want to, or if you want to be a little more customizable, you can just hit 911 right here. We'll just say it's emergency, this is the caller, and let's just say it's postal, like, 308 near what? Civ spawn, Description, man with gun. I'll leave out the postal because I don't actually know what the postal is, but Civ spawn, man with gun, perfect. And I'll put in a 911 call, and this will send it on off to police. So police will now have a 911 call, and if I want to do it on server B, I'll just click B and go 911. It does not matter what, when you create a record, it does not matter what server it is on, because if you make a record on, let's say you register your car on server A, it will also be registered on server B. They're kind of interchangeable, and the database just is the same for both of those. Alright, so now that we have a civilian character and all of that, we are able to become a police officer. So if we're a police officer in game, let's just head on over and let's just go to police. I want to be NYPD, so I'll just do a random call sign, I don't know the actual call sign structure, but boom, I'm now a police officer in game, right? So what if I want to get connected to the CAD now? So I just head over to police, and here is the police dashboard. So new unit. And this is my unit number. I don't even know what I just put my call sign as, so let's just see. I am 345. So I'll just do 345. And then my name, obviously, for my character. So it's gonna be Josh. So that's my character name. Rank, it's just gonna be not set. If I had a rank or something, it was whitelisted. So then I'm just gonna go as, that's just unavailable for now. Location you want to leave empty in agency, so I'll just do local because I'm going to be at NYPD. But if I was, sheriff's office or FD, so PD, subdivision, and I'm not going to be anything, so I'm just going to be patrol. If I hit save, you can see I'm 345 NYPD. So this is how you edit your stuff up there. And here's where I can go. So if I'm busy, let's just say I'm on a lunch break, or if I go off duty, I'm unavailable. Available is, ready for calls, or en route, on scene, and then if I hit my panic. So if you hit your panic button, it will it'll make a noise for every single person on the CAD. So you only want to hit your panic button when your character died, or it's been gunned down by someone, then you hit the panic button. And then if you're in radio VC, so if you're in like RTO, dispatch would be like, all units, panic, panic, and they would dispatch a ton of units to you. So for testing, I'm just going to do a panic. So if you want to, you can also do /cmds in game, and you can get a ton of commands. So here's the APID, and if you're on like a traffic stop, you can do /traffic stop and whatnot. Or if you want to search a plate, it'll automatically kind of connect with your CAD, as long as you have the APID key set from before. So let's just see if I do /panic. Oh, sorry. So /panic, see successfully, and it made a noise on the CAD which you cannot hear. So you can see that I am now panicked. Now panicked, and it does. So if you do the command in game, it's the same thing as just hitting the panic button, and now every single police officer in the CAD has now heard that panic sound, and they will be coming to help me. Alright. So now you can see how, since I moved around in-game, I walked a little bit, you can see how in Sonoran CAD, my location has updated. So I'm at 3051 Cross Street. you want to go and see all the units, you just go to unit management and live map. So here, loads very slowly for some reason. Don't know why. Here we go. Let's expand that a little bit. So as you can see here, here's the unit map. If I click A+, this will enlarge all the units here. So if I hover over, I can see, oh yeah, here's me, 345, and I'm currently panicked, so that's why I'm flashing. To clear the panic, I actually have no idea how to clear the panic. I'm pretty sure dispatch needs to do it for you. So click panic again, and then there we go, it's cleared, never mind. So you can clear it yourself, or dispatch can by cleared panic. You can see here's all the units, so no one else is currently in the server, so that's why no one else shows up, but they would show up here, their badge number, and I don't know why it says lost. No, maybe I just need to refresh it. You can see here's all the units, and if you hover over, you can see everyone in game. Alright, so let's move on to actually giving someone a ticket. So I pull someone over, do a traffic stop, I say, hey, here's your ticket, you're speeding. I'm gonna head over to records. And more importantly, I should tell you how to search people up. So just go to search here, and let's say the guy I stopped is named, I think it's like Jacob or something. So Jacob, and if I search him up with like a first and last name, boom, I can see here's Jacob Williams. So if I want to give him a ticket, I just kind of click on him. You know, I can kind of see if I'm able to expand this. For some reason I cannot. There we go. So I can see him here. You can see his in-game username. I can see all of his info here. So that's how you search people up. Now I actually want to give him a ticket. So I hit new report and traffic incident report. Sorry, no record. Create a citation. So here is me. Shows out my info on what officer I am and civilian. So we hit search here, and we said Jacob. We'll search him up. Here's Jacob Williams, 47, and boom, it automatically fills out all of his info, so you don't need to do anything. So your info is automatically filled out, his info is automatically filled out, and vehicle, what vehicle he's in. I don't know if he has a vehicle actually registered, but you would put that there. You type in the plate and you would find it. Currently, oh, yep, this is someone else's. This is someone else's vehicle, but obviously you get Jacob Williams' vehicle and you put it in here. If he's driving someone else's car, then obviously you put it in there, but there we go. So now charges I can add. The charge is going to be speeding. He was going to 1 to 10 over, and it fills out all the info here. No jail time counts, and boom, it fills out everything. Vehicle speed, we just say he's going like 40, it's 45 and a 30. 35. Pace type, just pace. Court date, we'll just set this for some time. Once we have a court system, this might change. And court time, I mean, I don't think, this is not required. Or is it required? No, I think it's required. Just a PM. Or whatever, yeah. So obviously when we have a court system set up, this would change, but we would inform you about that, but I'm just filling out some stuff. Then you're typing your narrative here, like blah, blah, blah. I observed him speeding down this road, going this fast, and this speed limit, and then boom. We just say, and then boom. So location, what, like 08 Park Street, whatever. Ticket type, general. Day is just obviously today, which is the 14th. Signature, I just kind of write my name. I don't know. Forgot my name, but what is it? Josh Church, right? And this is my Discord. Condor Man, perfect. And then if I add the record, oh sorry, I need to actually put something in the record. Add the record, and then boom. So if I search up Jacob now, you can obviously see that if we go to him here, here's him. And if we should be able to see records here, yes, here. So citation, and by Jacob Williams, and there's his charges. See all this info here to make sure. If you need to remove a record, you can contact a supervisor and whatnot. I'm pretty sure they'd be able to remove it for you if you did something by accident, but that's how you do that. Obviously, if you want to do an arrest, you can do like a warrant or booking sheet, arrest, and you fill out all the info. It's self-explanatory, but if you need to ask an officer, I'm sure they would be glad to help you. If you need to make a support ticket in the Discord server, staff would be more than welcome to help you out on anything you need. One quick note, when you are on the police, FDNY, or medical, make sure you go down here and you're in the right server. So if you're in server A, you pick server A. But if you're in server B, you click server B. So when you're making arrest reports or going on duty or hit your panic button, make sure you are in the right server. So if I click A and you do panic there, it'll show up in panic A. It'll announce it to all the people in server A. But if you're in server B, then it will do it to all people in server B. Just make sure you have that set correctly. Alright, so enough with police and civilian. Now that I have a civilian character, we checked out police. What if you just want to be a firefighter? Well, I'm not too into firefighting, but obviously I can go into the firefighter like I just did, and I'll be able to change my stuff. So, I'd actually set myself as local, I set myself as FD and fire department, and blah blah blah. So I'd actually set myself to FDNY, and it's basically the same thing as police. You'll be able to see unit management. Oops, sorry, misclicked. Live map, you'd obviously be able to see all the FDNY units on. You can see all that stuff. It's basically the same thing. Records, there's actually nothing for fire department because you really don't need to make any records. If anyone gets arrested for, let's say, arson, that's a police thing. So that's basically it for firefighting. Now for EMS, it's kind of the same thing here. You just, agency, FDNY, and you'd, EMS. Yourself, do all that, unit number, it'd definitely be different from what police is, and it's basically the same thing as FDNY and police. Just can't make no records because you don't need to. No reason to make any records, but you can look up people. So if you want to, I can search up Jacob. I can see this is who he is, so if I need to take him to the hospital or something like that, I can definitely check on who he is. But that's basically it for the CAD. If you need any help, you can definitely join our Discord, and well, you need to be in a Discord for server A, but obviously make sure if you are in server A, you'd be clicking on server A there to be on. Everyone, I hope this really helps you out. Thank you for watching the video. I know the CAD can be very confusing. If you need any help at all, just go into our Discord, head to the support channel, and make a ticket. Just do some general support and we'll be able to help you explain the CAD. There was a lot in this video, so make sure you just kind of go through it. In the description there should be some timestamps so you can look to see what you actually want to watch. If you want to be a police officer, watch that segment. If you want a civilian, etc., etc.